The 2020 Ford Ranger XL. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find some of the most in-depth video walkarounds on our different Ford and Lincoln vehicles. We call them our complete guides, where we cover all the standard equipment as well as optional equipment for each vehicle, very detailed videos. If you like those types of videos, hit the red subscribe button down below. That way you get subscribed to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. In this video here, we're going to cover this XL trim. We are going to talk about the standard equipment first. That 100A is what they call it from Ford. And then we'll cover the 101A equipment group, a couple of different packages, and standalone options. Very thorough videos. Check the timestamps down below. We'll have the prices and as well down there, so you can bounce around on the video all you want to there and cover some of that. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll first talk about some safety features and some configurations for the bed as well as the cab. Let's first talk about the cab configurations. For the XL trim, it's available in either the Super Cab, like you're seeing with this one here, where you open the front door to get to the back door. And that actually does open up to right there. So a little bit different than the F-150. It doesn't actually open all the way up 170 degrees like an F-150. Opens up. That is a little bit shorter though. And we'll get into interior just a little bit, but the Super Cab like this configuration is going to have a little different seating configuration. You will not have, this one here has the bucket, just the two in the back, a little bit less room there. And then your Super Crew is going to be 4 full-size doors on it. So I'll give you a clip of that. So we order most of our trucks in. And then that configuration there, you're going to have a little bit more space in the back room. The seat cushion as well for those in the back will give you a little bit more space. To give you a quick clip of that. We'll get more into the interior features in a little bit, but I want to show you the difference between the Super Cab and the Super Crew. Available in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive for both of those cab configurations with a bed over here. The Super Cabs will have a 6-foot bed like you're seeing with this one here. And your Super Crews will come with a 5-foot bed. So if you're needing as much bed space as you want, then you definitely want to make sure you go with the Super Cab, giving you the 6-foot bed. There also is another configuration available only on the XL trim and only on 2-wheel drives, and that is the pickup box delete for the Super Cab. So you can get a Super Cab 2-wheel drive and delete the box. And the reason for that, or the bed I should say, is to give you, if you want to put a flatbed on there, you can do that. So if you plan on using this as a farm truck, moving some different things and you want a flatbed for that, then you can get that configuration and put a flatbed on it, and you get that in a 2-wheel drive. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about safety for a second. Dual stage airbag for the driver and front passenger up there. So it deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle there. Also, you're going to get safety canopy airbag. That's going to deploy down for any kind of rollover situation, anything like that. So it's going to deploy down and help protect from any glass breaking and going inside the vehicle and saving you if the vehicle does end up rolling over or get a severe side impact. It's going to deploy those safety canopy airbags as well. Also, this is going to have automatic emergency braking. So it does have the pre-collision assist with pedestrian detection. It does have the front collision sensors up there, and it does have the dynamic brake support. So that way, if you're coming up and someone's not turning fast enough, or maybe you're not paying attention, they're stopped, and it's going to alert you with a series of tones, and I think a message on the dash as well that you need to stop, and it even initiate the brake support to help lessen the severity of an accident. It may not avoid it altogether, depends on how fast you're going and how much they're going. If they're completely stopped, it may not lessen it, but at least hitting that brake for you if you're not paying attention, or at least starting the brake so you can stop in time if you do have that accident. So you're going to have that as well back there. Latch system back here for the doors, whether it be Super Cab or Super Crew, we're going to have those where you can securely fasten those child seats into those back seats with the latch system back there. A lot of vehicles have that anymore, but all your Super Cab and Super Crews will have that. And then your Super Crew should have child safety locks on the rear doors as well. So that way you can lock those out. Kids can't open those back doors when you have the vehicle even unlocked that way. So great safety features on the vehicle here. We're going to talk about another safety feature when we get to the 101A equipment group. That's also that most other vehicles are included, but for the Ranger on the XL trim, it is actually part of the 101A equipment group. So let's go ahead and move to the front. Now these will come with front independent suspension, which is really nice, especially for those potholes and such, to give you a little bit better ride in there. Also, we'll have a fully boxed frame with this, so that makes it a lot stronger than other small trucks on the market. So I think you're going to have really like the dependability on this Ranger here. We'll have come standard with the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine with the auto start-stop technology. And what that auto start-stop means is that when you come up to the stoplight, stop sign, it's going to shut the vehicle off. And then when you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. Now, if that's something you don't like, you can deactivate it for that trip just by pressing the A with the circle around it down there just below the stereo, kind of on that console area. So you just kind of press that like you're seeing in that clip, and that will deactivate it for that trip. Also come with a 10-speed automatic transmission with select shift. And select shift means that it'll let you shift it up and down like a manual transmission. So you just put it in that S mode there and use the plus and minus that are located to the left of the shifter knob there, and that's how you would shift it through those gears. Comes in real handy, especially if you're up in the mountains or something and you want to come down the hill a little bit slower. You want to shift correctly that way, you can do it manually that way, and that's some of the most popular ways in using that. Otherwise, if you do want to kind of have a more spirited ride, you can shift it up and down like a manual transmission that way. So real great and how that works. A 2.3 liter, remember this is the same engine they're putting in the Explorer and some of those bigger vehicles, so it's a very capable engine with lots of horsepower and torque for you to give you a great ride. I actually think it is best in class for those numbers for this category. So now let's talk about the front and the look up here. This XL will give you some of the black grille, so you're going to have that black grille with the black surround with the Ranger in the top stamped in there. Also, you're going to have your steel bumpers. So steel front bumpers up here. Also, this is going to be steel black bumper up there on the front. This is where when we go up to where fog lights, that's where that's going to be housed. But right now, it's going to be that molded in black to fill in those spots there. For your headlights, they are going to be a halogen headlight. They are reflector headlights, automatic as well. So it means if you have an auto setting, it'll come on when it gets light or dark and then turn off when it gets light again. Wiper activated as well. So when you turn those wipers on, the headlights will come on. A lot of states that is required, state law. Also, you're going to have daytime running lights are going to be available for you. So you can configure those to be on during the daytime if you'd rather. So there's some companies that require that. So if you're using this as a company vehicle, you will have the daytime running lights available for you as well. So real nice how everything works and looks here on the front of the vehicle. But let's go ahead and move around to the side. Now, as we move around to the side, a couple things I want to mention that I normally mention when I'm talking about the front of the vehicle, and one of them is on your 4x4s, you're going to get front tow hooks on the front in those bumpers there, just below those. They're going to be black, of course, on your XL trim, so you're going to have the front tow hooks. You're also going to get 4x4 shift on the fly for all your 4x4s. So that way you just shift it to the 4 high, 4 low, instead of having any kind of shifter on the floor or anything like that. So you're going to have that system as well. Also, EPAS, electronic power assist steering. And that's going to be nice because it's really going to help you out. So that way that wind doesn't push you from side to side, especially here in Kansas. And it's not completely flat, but there are some sections where that wind can kind of push you from the side, and the EPAS will help with that so you're not having to really overcorrect a lot. Plus, it's going to make it a little bit easier to steer in those parking lots when you're trying to find those parking spaces too. So EPAS comes in real handy there. Now, talking about this, now remember this wheel is not the standard wheel. Let me give you a clip of that wheel. It's a 16-inch silver steel painted wheel. So you can tell by looking at that wheel, and I'm going to give you a clip of what it looks like on this particular colored truck as well, so you can see what that looks like. You can see why we upgrade that wheel to this wheel here. And this is not a wheel that's going to be optional for you. It's not an optional equipment wheel. There's only 2 wheel options for the XL trim, and one of them happens to be part of an appearance package. This wheel here is one we get from Ford Accessories. So that's something we can order on it. It's not even an available wheel on an XLT or Lariat. It's not any of the wheel options for you on your Ranger. It's just something that they provided that you can get from Ford. So it is a Ford branded wheel that we put on all of our XL trucks. So pretty cool looking wheel there. You do have your black wheel lip moldings over here with the amber light there on the front. So of course you're going to see on your XL trim a lot of black accents throughout here, including the fender badge here on the side with the XL. And as we get into, there's another appearance package, that fender badge will change up there. Talk about the shock for a second. You're going to have the coil front shocks, or springs I should say, with the rear leaf springs, and you're going to have gas shocks both front and rear. On the rear, they're going to be actually mounted inside those leaf springs, unlike the F-150 where they're on the outside. So that's how the shocks and springs are going to work. For your mirrors, it does have a molded in black mirror cap here, manual fold, manual glass mirror. We'll have the integrated blind spot mirrors, that angled mirror, so you can see the vehicles in your blind spot just a little bit better. It does have the molded in black handles over here, and we'll get to the back, we'll show you that as well. The molding underneath the window as well, and up here on the pillar will be black too on your vehicles there. You will have for these just a single key. There's no keyless entry remote. We'll get into some interior features. You do get power locks, but it does not have it on the remote. We'll talk about a package you can upgrade to that will give you that feature, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Also, easy fuel capless filler door, so you just open this up. No cap to worry about, leaving, losing behind, getting your hands dirty. You just kind of go ahead and put the nozzle in there and fill it up. When you're done, go ahead and shut it. There's a two door system in there, so even if you kind of press the first one, there's still another one back there that has to be the exact size of the nozzles you get at the tanks. Even the nozzles you get for your cans that we normally refill if you run out of gas, those are not the correct size. That's why Ford gives you a funnel, so that way that door can be opened up. So it's a little bit harder for people to kind of take things unless they have one of those funnels or happen to have another Ford vehicle. So easy fuel capless filler door. I really love that and how that works. Now, if you do have a pickup box Elite, the 2-wheel drive Super Cab with a pickup box Elite, you will not have the easy fuel capless filler door. You will actually have a locking gas cap. So that is one of the differences when you get that configuration. Now, as we move to the back, don't forget, if you do get the pickup box, the Elite, of course, you will not have the bed here, you will not have the tailgate or the bumper back here, so keep that in mind. All the other configurations, 99% of them out there, will have all the features we're going to talk about next. And that's the rear tail lights back here. They are halogen. Also, this bed can lock. With the, you can lock it easily using the key right there. We're talking about the one-on-one equipment group. We'll talk about how you can use a key fob to do that. Steel bumpers back here with the molded in black bumper cover across there to kind of protect that. Now for towing, this does have some capabilities for you. We'll have trailer sway control. Also, you're going to have 4-pin wiring, and you're going to have a position to put that ball in there. So if you want to bumper pull something, you can do that as well. This little hole over here, this little slot right here is the key. That is what you'll use to kind of lower down the spare tire. So you will have a spare tire in there underneath the bed itself, just like in the F-150. It's located down there. It'll be a steel wheel, of course, for that, but it's going to be a full-size spare. So it will not be a smaller spare, a full-size spare for you if you have that flat tire. Open this up, and here we actually put a spray and liner in this one, so normally your truck will not have that from the factory. We'll talk about accessories later. And then we'll have tie downs in here. They're going to be black back here, one on each corner of the bed, so you can be able to tie things down. And on the back of that cab, you're going to have a center high mounted stoplight along with the halogen cargo lighting back there too. So that way you can light up the back of that bed, so if you need to load it up at nighttime, you're going to be able to see. Now moving to the interior color for you on the XL is this ebony interior. Only color configuration for you. So ebony throughout the vehicle. You do have a kind of a dark gray up here on the cover there for you, as well as around the door handles. And then your seats. They're going to be a cloth seat here for you. So no vinyl seats in the XL. They're going to be cloth. So nice bucket seats up here for the front seat with this big console. You will have manual adjustment seat even for the driver, so you have an adjustment up here. You just pull that little rail in the front and you can slide the seat forward and back. You do have a height adjustment as well for you, so you can just raise the seat cushion up or lower it down. And you do have a manual backrest as well, and manual lumbar as well. So manual seat configuration for the driver and front passenger. Also, you're going to get vinyl flooring in here as standard equipment, so vinyl flooring throughout, so you can kind of clean that up a little bit easier, especially if you get it all muddy and everything else like that. Rear seat back there. Super Cab will get the 2 seat cushions like you're seeing with this particular vehicle, where those seat cushions are removable. So you can, if you take those out pretty easily, just pull the strap in the front and they'll come out. And then you can, on the driver's side over there is where you're going to see your jack. And then on the passenger side over there is where you have an open container to be able to store some things in there. So under seat storage for you. Super Cruise will get a full bench seat back there with under seat storage as well. So the jack should be located under that seat cushion. It should be positioned the same place, whether it be on the Super Crew or the Super Cab versions back there. You will have a power point back here as well, and on your Super Crew models you will get an armrest that comes down as well if there's no one sitting in that middle seat there. Up here on the door you have your power windows locks and switches for you, so no power mirrors, but you will have power locks and power windows with the power one touch for the driver's window. So you just press it down, and that window is going to go down all the way. You don't have to hold the button down. It will have your manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, so just pull the lever over here on the left side and it'll go up and down, forward and back, so you can get it just right. You are going to have a D-pad over here on the left side that will control your smaller screen here in between your speedometer and your tach, and that's where your features are going to be located. I think it's like a 2.3 little screen there for you. We'll talk about upgrades when we go to some other packages, but you're going to have the smaller screen. That's where you can set all your settings and fuel economy and that kind of thing right there with that button right there. The D-pad over here on the right will control some volume controls and some audio controls for you. Any presettings for your audio you can control with that. And this will have buttons down below that as well. Now this is a 19 version that has sync, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the different audio controls right now. Standard equipment is the AM/FM stereo with Bluetooth pass-through and 4 speakers audio sound system. So with that, the wording on Ford's order guide is the Bluetooth pass-through, which is actually a new upgrade for 2020 model year. I'm assuming you're going to be able to Bluetooth your phone. Don't have a 2020 model that doesn't have sync, that just only has a Bluetooth, so I'm not able to to play around with that. But if I do figure that out and find that answer, I'll put it as a kind of a highlighted comment in the description, so definitely check down the comments down below, and I'll try to find the answer to that, whether or not you are able. I assume you're able to Bluetooth your phone, and it also does give you the capabilities of giving you the Ford Pass Connect as standard equipment on all XLs. So Ford Pass Connect is a way for you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. Free app you download, free service. You can unlock and lock your vehicle from anywhere, remote start your vehicle from anywhere, and even schedule remote start times, and even find your vehicle. If you can't find where it's located, you can locate the vehicle as well, and then that's where you're going to see all your Ford points, the Ford Rewards points as well, are going to be in there. So just like you would get Ford Reward points for Starbucks when you purchase things, also with Ford, when you purchase anything from a Ford dealer, you're going to get Ford Rewards points as well. So really cool how that works. So that's the Bluetooth pass-through allows for that connectivity to be able to use that. For your climate control, you have a single zone, a manual climate control here for you. And then audio I already talked about, AM/FM stereo for you. It's going to have the smaller screen as well here. I think that's a 4.2-inch screen right there. You can see your audio controls, and then you could also does have the phone button here. So I'm assuming with that Bluetooth, you are going to be able to connect your phone via Bluetooth and make and receive phone calls using that system as well. When we move up to another package, equipment group, you will get an advanced sync system with that package. Two power points that are located right down here, one on each side. So you're going to have 3 power points throughout the vehicle. Talked about the one back there. You're going to also have a USB port down here. So you will be able to plug your phone in and should be able to play music through your phone using that plug in there, using the USB port. And then right up here is where you're going to see your traction control. You can turn that off. Some trailer features there, as well as your auto start stop button is going to be located there with an open bin right there between that and your USB port right there. Your shifter knob, I mentioned the buttons over here on the left side is going to be the shifted up and down, like with using the select shift when you have it in that S mode. So you bring it all the way down just below drive, keep going to S, and you can shift it up and down like a manual transmission there. 2 cup holders here, as well as you do have an armrest with a console in here. Kind of small console, is really just to put some smaller things in there, and more or less just to kind of give you a padded armrest than anything in the vehicle that way. Also, you do get auto dimming rear view mirror as well. Actually, this is a day-night mirror, so I think it mentions only on fleet vehicles that you have the auto dimming feature. So I think you have to have the sync or something, the complete sync system, to have that. Day-night mirror, I assume, is standard equipment. If I'm incorrect, I'll flash that on the screen so you have all that information there for you. So I think I've covered everything. The standard equipment here, this is called the 100A. That's the standard equipment on all your XL trim. But let's talk about the 101A equipment group now. Now we're going to talk about the 101A equipment group, very popular equipment group on the XL. We order almost all of our vehicles that way. That's why I didn't really have a 2020 in just a standard 100A, is because we order about all of them with the 101A. We kind of figured out last year what the vehicles we had left over was that 19 that didn't have the 101A, and most people are wanting that equipment group. So let's go over some of these features with this equipment group. One of them is you're going to get the keyless entry key fob. So it is going to have the flip key. and it's going to have the lock and unlock switches on there as well. So real nice little keyless entry way to be able to get in and out of your vehicle, so you don't have to use the key. Also works when you lock the doors, will also lock the tailgate too, so it's going to include that. Also, you're going to get the power mirrors now. The switch is in kind of a weird spot over here. It's just to the right of your left vent, to the left of your steering wheel, and so you're going to be able to adjust your mirrors now using the power switches. So now power locks, power windows, and the power mirrors with that feature. Cruise control is going to be located over here on the left side under your D-pad, so you'll have the cruise control that you can be able to set that cruise, and now that's going to be included within this equipment group as well. Also, you get upgraded to the Sync technology. So Sync gives you the enhanced voice recognition system with 911 Assist. So now you can, 911 Assist just means if you get an accident, it'll call 911 directly. So that way, if they need to come to your safety, they're able to do that instead of using a third-party provider there. And the enhanced the Sync system will also give you some other features. So I know that earlier I kind of mentioned the Bluetooth, and Bluetooth pass-through is a more advanced system that allows for that Ford Pass Connect, but it does still give you Bluetooth connectivities for your phone for making and receiving phone calls, I believe. But the enhanced one will actually allow you to do other functions as well, using the voice commands and using the buttons over here just underneath the D-pad on the right side over here. So you're going to have that along with 6 speakers. And I didn't mention earlier, but rear view camera is standard equipment. I don't know how I missed that earlier, but it is standard equipment for you, and it's going to come up on this screen right here. And then when you go to the Sync system, of course, it's still going to be there as well. Now, one thing I did tell you earlier was that if you get the Sync system, standard equipment is the auto-dimming rearview mirror. I was correct in saying that earlier, but when you get the 101A equipment group, it actually takes it to a day-night mirror. The auto-dimming rearview mirror and Sync are not compatible with each other for some reason. Not sure why that might be, but then it elects to go with a day-night mirror when you go up to this equipment group. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your vehicles too. And you will have the perimeter alarm system as well to go along with that. So pretty popular equipment group. That's why we order almost all of our Rangers that way. After seeing what sold last year, we made sure this year about all of our vehicles have the 101A equipment group. So now we're going to talk about some packages. And packages include one or more feature or 2 or more features to be included in a package. And the first couple I want to talk about are available on either the 100 or 101A equipment group. First one to talk about is the bed utility package. Now, we didn't order any of these, any of our trucks with this package on our vehicles. It's going to include a drop-in liner. So if you're wanting a drop-in liner versus a spray-in liner, the bed utility package is the only way you can get that drop-in liner in there. And also come with a 12-volt power plug as well back there. So it's going to include those 2 features. Now, of course, that's not available. That package is not available on your pickup box delete. Of course, makes sense there. Also, it's not available with your pickup box extender or a spray and liner, of course. And then also, for some reason, not available with the tonneau covers. So I'm not sure on that. We're going to get to more accessories with the bed in just a little bit. But that's a package, again, is available on the 100 or 101A equipment group with a couple exceptions there that it's not going to be available with. Now I want to talk about the trailer tow package, also available on the 100 or 101A equipment group, and it includes 2 features. And one of them being the Class 4 receiver hitch that's going to be located right under here. So it'll have the receiver hitch, and it's going to upgrade that 4-pin wiring to a 4-pin and 7-pin wiring capabilities back there. So it's going to include those 2 features, again, available on the 100A or 101A equipment group. Now I want to talk about the CoPilot 360 package. They're not calling it a package, but it is really includes 5 features within that package, and really actually 7 features when you think about it, because now this package, it does require you to have the 101A equipment group to be able to order this package. So you want to make sure you have at least that. But when you order this package, it is as noting at the bottom of the order guide that when you order this package, it will give you the reverse sensing system as well as the 110 outlet. So even though it didn't include them as features, it does say that it's going to get it. And you cannot get either one of those 2 features otherwise. They're not standalone options of any form. So if you do like the reverse sensing and kind of want that, maybe you should order the CoPilot 360. But also it's going to include rear view camera, which already is a part of the standard features, as well as the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. Because some vehicles, like though the CoPilot 360 includes those 5 features, but on the Ranger, 2 of those are already included as standard equipment. But you're also going to get upgraded with the auto high beams. Auto high beams are a lot like your automatic headlights. If you're going down and the road is really dark, it'll turn those high beams on. If someone approaches you, if you're in the city lights, it's going to turn it off. Now that is a feature you have to activate and deactivate in your lighting screen under the vehicle settings there. So that is a feature you can activate, because there's some people that don't like that but like the rest of these features, that can be activated and deactivated. Also, you're going to get the BLIS system, blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. So the way that works, it's going to replace this mirror with a full face mirror. And if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. So it'll light up either the left or the right mirror, depends on if there's someone in the blind spot on those sides. Also, as you're backing up, cross traffic alert. That means if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to do the same thing. If they're coming from the left, it'll put a little light in the left mirror, also puts a message on the dash and a series of tones that it's not safe to back up. So I love how that works together. That's also included in this system. And then you get the lane keeping system. So lane keeping system is pretty cool. It just allows you to be able to help you keep you in your lane. It does have 3 features that go along with it. One of them being the driver alert system, that if you have that activated, which it can't be deactivated, then what it'll do is if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often or uses the system too often, it'll let you know that. And it puts a little note there, a little chime, that maybe you need to pull off and have some coffee, something like that. Also, you do have the lane keeping aid system or alert system. The alert system, what it's going to do is you'll still be able to leave your lane, but it's going to vibrate the steering wheel when you do leave your lane. And then the aid system helps keep you in your lane. So if you're getting close to that line, it's going to try to keep you in that lane. Now, I will tell you this is not a fail-safe system. It does need to know those lines. It has to be able to see those lines. So if you're on a stretch of road where those lines are faded, then it may not work. So it needs to be able to see the lines on both sides to activate this system. So of course, this is a great package. So the Ford CoPilot 360 requires the 101A equipment group and includes a couple other features on top of that. So if you do like reverse sensing and the 110 outlet, you may want to order this package. So the next couple clips, I want to talk about a couple different appearance packages you can get on your Ranger with the XL trim. And I actually brought in a Super Crew with the STX package. We're going to get to that in just a second. I want to talk about the Chrome package first. Now the Chrome package is available for you on the 101A equipment group. Now, it is a possibility that if you have a fleet dealer or you're a fleet company, you can get the Chrome package on a 100A, but that's the only way you're going to be able to get it on the 100A. So, also not available with the pickup box delete, so keep that in mind as well. So this package here is not going to change your wheel at all. So you're going to get the factory wheel. It's going to be that steel wheel. A little surprised that Ford didn't upgrade that part of the Chrome package. Why not give it a wheel like this? But it does not. So that package does not change the wheel whatsoever. Wheel lip molding though will go from the black to a body colored wheel lip molding on the Chrome package. Also your bumpers, front and back, will go to a Chrome bumper up there. You'll also get your fog lights in the front. So now you're getting fog lights. Both the 2 appearance packages will get fog lights on them. And your front tow hooks will not go to Chrome tow hooks. They will stay as your black tow hooks there on the front. So it gives you those nice Chrome bumpers, fog lights for the most part, wheel lip moldings, keeps everything else on the truck the same. So now let's talk about this STX Appearance Package, probably the most popular package for a couple reasons. One is it just looks a little bit sharper, and it's the only way you can go away and get a wheel that's different from the factory steel wheels. So this wheel is only available with the STX Appearance Package. Also, this STX Appearance Package is required to get the next 2 off-road packages we're going to talk about after this. So very popular package for you. Does require to have the 101A equipment group with this package, not available with the pickup box delete or the Chrome package, of course. So first thing I'm going to talk about, since we've already discussed it, is the wheel. So you're going to get upgraded to these nice alloy wheels, so silver painted alloy wheels. Great looking wheel, real nice wheel. Really should have been included in the Chrome package. Ford, I don't know if Ford watches this video, but if you do, give us this wheel in the Chrome package. I think it's a good addition to that package. Also does keep your bumpers, so you will have your steel bumpers on the front, but does give you the fog lights. So whether it be the STX or the Chrome package, you'll get those fog lights up here. And they're halogen fog lights, by the way. And then your tow hooks on the front. All your 4x4s will have the exposed tow hooks up there. So that's going to be something when we talk about the other 2 appearance packages or the other 2 off-road packages, they're going to be a big deal for that reason. Wheel lip moldings will stay to the black ones, just like we had before. They will not change the body color. Then you'll also get a couple badging on them. You'll get the STX badging, fender badging over here on the side, as well as you're going to get the decals on the bed. So you get the STX. If it's 4x4, it'll say STX 4x4. So whether you get 4x4 or not, because tow hooks usually were only available with your 4x4s, but with this package, even the two-wheel drive will get the tow hooks on the front as well. And then you're going to get a different style seat inside. Still an ebony seat, but it'll be a premium upgraded seat to the vehicle like you're seeing on this particular vehicle here. So real nice. STX Appearance Package we order in almost all of our vehicles. Usually we'll order at least the 100A, and then a lot of times order this equipment group or this appearance package because it really upgrades to if you want a couple different off-road packages for you to do that. So let's talk about those. Now let's talk about the first of the two off-road packages, and the first one is the FX2 Off Road Package. Of course, like it sounds, does require to have a two-wheel drive. Also does require to have the 101A equipment group and this STX Appearance Package already ordered on the vehicle. So you're going to have to get those, and then you're going to get this package. Now this really allows you to have, for your two-wheel drive, some off-road capabilities. So you will have the off-road tuned suspension in there. So real nice suspension system for this. Also, you're going to get the off-road in the instrument cluster. So you have that information for your off-road package in there as well. Also going to upgrade and give you electronic locking rear differential. So it's going to go from a non-limited slip to electronic locking. So that'll really help out for any traction you might need to if you are off-road. Also, it's going to upgrade the tires. So you're going to get off-road tires, some outside all-terrain tires here for you. So we'll upgrade those tires, 17-inch course on these STX Appearance Package vehicles. Also going to get the side decal. So you're going to get the off-road decal on the side of the vehicle as well. So this takes your two-wheel drive, allows you to go off-road if you don't want to go up to 4x4. It gives you that capabilities, and again, does require to have the 101A equipment group as well as this STX Appearance Package, and again, not available on your pickup box delete. Now we're going to talk about the FX4 Off Road Package. This is a really cool package, includes some features you don't see on a lot of other vehicles, and a lot of vehicles even in its class. So it does require to have 4x4s you can figure out there. Also, it does require to have the 101A equipment group and the STX Appearance Package, not available with your pickup box delete. So this package will include everything we already talked about as part of the FX2 Off Road Package. So you're going to get the electronic locking rear differential. You're going to get the off-road tuned suspension with the off-road screen in the cluster. And it's going to give you the off-road tires as well. You also get a decal on the side. It'll look a little different than the FX2. It's going to say FX4 Off Road Package. But then it's going to give you some other cool features. One of them I really like is the front bash plate up here. So we'll remove the air dam on the bottom and then give you that front bash plate. So it does want to give you as much clearance as you can to be able to take care of any off-roading you want to do. So front bash plate and skid plates underneath. Skid plates will protect the fuel tank and the differential under there from getting any punctures for any kind of rocks or anything like that you might do for your off-roading. Also, it's going to give you the train management system. So train management system, we've seen it in the Explorer and the F-150, some others. So you just go ahead and shift it to whatever terrain that you're driving on, and it takes care of all the shifting, and whether it needs to take the traction control off, whether you need to put it in 4 low or 4 high, it's going to take care of all the shifting of those for you already using the train management system. But also gives you the trail control. We only see the trail control in 2 other Ford lineup vehicles. One of them being the Raptor, and the other being the Tremor package for the Super Duty now for 2020. Now also in the Ranger, it was part of it last year as well. Trail control is basically cruise control for going on the trail. So it'll allow you to set your speed from anywhere from 1 to 20, I believe, or maybe 19. And it's going to take care of it. It's going to keep you at that speed. It's going to take care of the rotation of whatever it needs to do on the tires, while you just go ahead and steer the steering wheel on up the cliff or whatever you're going up, the rocks or whatever it might be. It's going to take care of it for you. So great system and how that works. Again, trail control is you don't see it in a lot of other vehicles, only available as part of this FX4 Off-Road Package. So this is a great package. Looks really cool, but it really is a functionality to be able to give you a nice off-road truck. And the Ranger was really built to be going off-road and being able to be capable for that, and so I think you'll want this FX4 Off-Road Package. So let's talk about some standalone options, which means you can get any of these available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. You just ordered us a standalone option for the vehicle. First one is the engine block heater. We see that on about every vehicle. You can always order that from the factory. That just puts that plug in the front of it so you can plug it into the house, whatever, and keep it warmed up during the winter time, especially if you live up north, you keep your vehicle outside. maybe something you might want to order. Also, front license plate bracket. States that require front license plate, it's actually standard equipment, but for states like Kansas that does not require it, it is an optional equipment. It's a no-charge option, but you would have to add that as optional equipment for you. I do encourage you to do that, because if you decide to get it afterwards, you'd have to pay for the license plate bracket yourself, as well as to have it installed by a dealer, unless you want to try to do it yourself. So, but if you order it on your vehicle, the dealer is required to put it on at no charge to you. So that can be added to the vehicle as well. Also, the electronic locking rear differential. That can be ordered as a standalone option. So it is part of those 2 off-road packages, but can be ordered as a standalone option. The running boards over here on the side are going to be optional equipment, not included in any package, but nice black running boards here on the side that you can add to the vehicle, help you get in and out a little bit easier. Ranger's not too high, but if you do get a 4x4, the running boards could help out and allow you to get in and out of the truck a little bit better. Also, the rear glass. You can get a manual slide rear window. It's going to come with rear defrost and privacy glass for not only the back glass, but those back windows back here, whether it be the Super Crew or Super Cab models. So that could be ordered too as optional equipment. Carpeted flooring. So if instead of the vinyl you want carpeted, no problem, you get carpeted flooring. You can add that as a standalone option with the carpeted mats. So you'll get mats to go along with it. Not sure if it just comes with the front ones or the front and the back, but it will come with at least the 2 front mats as well. Super Cab models can be ordered with a second row delete. So if you don't want that second row seat back there, you want to leave it for cargo or whatever, you know you're not going to have anybody back there, you could order that as a standalone option as well. Now we're going to talk about some Ford accessory standalone options, and these are available in either the 100 or 101A equipment group, and also can be ordered from your Ford accessories departments or Ford stores after you get your vehicle as well, and be installed by the Ford dealer. So keep that in mind. In fact, sometimes if you order these from the factory, they'll be shipped to the dealership ahead of time anyway, and the dealer would install them. First one to talk about is the splash guards, mud flaps, some people call them. So they can go on there. That really protects it from rocks getting kicked up on the side of the vehicle and such. So if you live on a lot of dirt roads, you may want to get those splash guards on the vehicle as well there. Also, you can get the keypad on the side of the truck. So it's going to usually located right here. It actually is a double-sided tape, so it actually go on the vehicle. Works a lot like your remote, so you'd actually program it in with your own special code. You'd have a factory code specific to that keypad. And a lot of times you can put it wherever you want, and usually they're located here on the door. I think Ford shows it on the door there, but actually I've seen it actually put up here where people can't see it, and they just come up, press the code, and then it unlocks the vehicle for them. So you can have the keypad. Also, floor liners. So it does require to have the carpeted flooring, but you can get the all-weather floor liners in there as well. It really protects the inside, especially if you plan on getting mud and such in there. You might want to get the floor liners to protect it as well. Now for the trucks with the pickup box delete. You can get a rear view camera prep kit. So it gives you that rear view camera in the kit so you can wire it and all the wiring for you. So if you do put your own flatbed on there, then you can go ahead and put that rear view camera on the flatbed, and gives you the wiring and everything for you. So just think, because you don't get that, you don't get the rear view camera, you can get that, but you will have to order as an optional equipment for you. Now we're going to talk about some bed accessories for you, and so all these, as you can tell, would not be available with your bed utility or your pickup box delete. So if you go with that two-wheel drive Super Cab with the pickup box delete, you will not be able to get any of these other add-ons that we're going to talk about next. Also, there's one of them that is going to be available with the bed utility package, that drop-in liner and everything, and that is going to be the toolbox. There is an aluminum toolbox. It's going to be black. It is by WeatherGuard. It's going to be available with any of your bed utility packages as well as equipment groups. The only thing it's not going to be available with is any bed covers that you might choose to get, of course, makes sense. And then you can also get a spray and liner. So the rest of these we're going to talk about from here to the end of this section are not going to be available with the bed utility package. And one of them, you can tell why, the spray and liner, because you have a spray and liner instead of the drop-in liner. So spray and liner, if you want to have that, it's a tough bed spray and liner from Ford. They'll coat it. They usually go over the hooks themselves. Some companies, like we do it in-house, we actually remove the tow hooks, we spray it in. The only benefit, we just feel like it just seals a little bit better, but that's just our opinion on that. So that's a little bit different liner you can get in there. Also, pickup box extender, a bed extender, new for 2020 model year, not available with the bed utility package, and it extends over the tailgate. So that gives you a little bit extra cargo room for you, and giving you some nice extended bed length there for you. Also, there's 3 different bed covers you can get. All those, of course, not available with the toolbox, Not available with the bed utility package either. You do have 3 different ones. One of them is going to be a soft folding bed cover. It's a tonneau cover is what they call it, that you can put on the truck. Hopefully Ford will have a clip of that. Also, there is a hard folding bed cover as well. Again, not available with the Toolbox or the bed utility package. They can go on it. And the third one is a retractable bed cover that's available for you. So retractable is probably a good way to go for you. And again, not available with the bed utility package or the Toolbox in there. So those are all your different accessories you can add for the back of the truck here, the bed itself. I think I've covered all the equipment for you, so some great options that you can add as standalone options. Now to kind of finish off this video, don't forget about the warranties. 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty with a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. So take advantage of those warranties and make sure you're calling roadside assistance for anything you might need there. Also, don't forget, every Ford website is going to have window stickers you can pull up, where it'll show all the standard equipment at the top, and then your different packages and optional equipment down below that. So be looking at those. You can pull up PDF files and that shows you those window stickers on all those vehicles to see if they're ordered the way you want. The reason I bring that up is because you might look at a Ford Ranger that can be priced from anywhere from in the 20s on up into the 30s, and they might both be XLs. Well, if one's just a base XL 100A, but the other one is a 11A with STX Appearance Package and a bunch of optional equipment, it can get priced up there. So they're not necessarily are the same truck. So definitely look at the window stickers to see all that equipment, like you can on our website, lawmcarthur.com, where you can pull up those window stickers. We even actually have a VR experience on all of our vehicles along with pictures. So you can see inside, outside, around the vehicle, so you can kind of see all the different equipment that's on that particular vehicle. So that's a great way to be able to browse our website. You can also see our great internet price there too, which is going to include rebates for our zip code. So don't forget, you can call or send a text message to the numbers on the screen or down in the description if you have any questions on any of our inventory. Also, if you're interested in the free shipping, we do free shipping here at the dealership to anywhere within the 48 states. So that's something we include. We do require you to finance the vehicle with us because pretty much the lenders will give us a kickback for that deal so we can have it shipped to you. Within the 48 states, we can't go to Alaska and Hawaii, and we usually cap it out at about $1,000. But if you're really interested in, you've gone to dealers and maybe you haven't gotten the education or information that you need, and you feel comfortable with this video and with our dealership, we know how to order these vehicles. We know how to order them right the way you want it, and we can have it shipped right to your door. We can do all the paperwork and everything via email and via FedEx. So it makes it real easy for you, especially if you know exactly what you want and you want to have a vehicle ordered. Make sure you get it from a dealership that knows what they're doing, knows what they're talking about, and gets the vehicle exactly the way you want it equipped. So definitely reach out to us. Again, you can call or send a text message. Go to our website. We have chat on there as well, and take advantage of the free shipping and get a vehicle the way you want it from a dealership that knows their product, like we do here at Long McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, you can find us on social media. We're at Long McArthur on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. So definitely reach out to us that way. Also, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go and hit that red subscribe button down below. That way you can get subscribed to this great Ford and Lincoln content. We do some custom builds as well. You don't want to lose. You want to check out. Definitely look for those videos too, and hit the notification bell so that way you can get notified the next time we have another video upload to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to drop the comments down below. Love getting those, read them myself, respond to them myself. And if you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button. Let other people know as well. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video on this 2020 Ford Ranger XL trim. And until the next one, we'll see you later.